Well, this is the start of a momentous week. Sue Gray's long-awaited report may well finally be published, although as of this morning she had not even spoken to Dominic Cummings yet. There's a chance this could all drag on into next week, and perhaps that would be in Boris Johnson's favour, given everything else that's going on. Well, aside from arguing over parties, there's other news too. Tens of thousands more Russian troops are amassing on the Ukrainian border. Britain is evacuating non-essential embassy staff. And while the UK has undoubtedly led the world in its strong response to the threat, from training troops to supplying anti-tank missiles, other countries appear to be in the pocket of Putin. Germany in particular is paralysed in hock to Russia over gas supply. How ironic is it that some tried to claim it was Brexit Britain that was bending to Russia? And on the contrary, it's the Germans. And today we learned that the Liverpool bomber lied about his identity, had his asylum claim comprehensively rejected years ago, and yet was able to stay in the country. In the last few months, an MP has been killed, a hospital almost bombed, and a terrorist exported to Texas. The terrorist threat must not be allowed to slip down the news agenda. Meanwhile, the cost of living crisis continues to pinch. Loose monetary policy over the last 2 years has undoubtedly sent inflation spiralling, now the highest it has been in a generation. People in their 20s and 30s have never known anything like it. Who would have thought that the government simply printing money has consequences for its value? Extraordinarily, as prices are rising too, so are taxes. A government that likes to boast of growth is on the precipice of slamming corporations and families with billions more in tax. By some measures, the highest tax burden in 70 years. What on earth will that do to growth? And the worst of Omicron looks to be behind us, but what are the chances of being thrown off course or simply spooked by another new variant along the line? The UK government looks like it absolutely made the right decision in England, while Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland suffered under unnecessary restrictions. Ironically, on COVID and indeed Ukraine, the UK government appears to be genuinely world-beating, just as internal squabbles may well be bringing it down. Well, we cannot sit around waiting for Sue Gray all week. On the briefing, of course, we'll be bringing you the latest on Graham Brady's letters, and I'll be keeping my ear pressed to the ground in Westminster, bringing you all the intrigue and fact-based reporting that I can. But we will not do that to the exclusion of the many other issues that continue to affect this country.